it happens.
Yes.
It's something that society needs to know. Some girls, they will date boys, and then they meet a girl and they fall in love with a girl, and then they leave you as a boy.
Yeah.
That's how life is. People have choices, and we need to respect other people's choices.
For sure.
You understand? So there's something like that. But for me, it was a lesson that in such situation you need to be aware of. I really wish girls could also do the same thing. With, like, if you are into both genders,
Yeah.
try not to combine them in the same time. Date them both, or if so, you do that. They should be aware with the situation they get themselves
That they're
into.
dating the same person at the very
Yes,
same
you
time.
understand. Because now some of the things you wouldn't know that they're raising the gender-based violence. Because some people have pride. Some people, they don't want to share. Here you are, you're sleeping with boys and girls. Someone find out and then he kills me. I was doing all this hard job, and all
Yeah.
of that. Those kind of jobs, they make you believe that you're strong. But at some point, you need to be vulnerable for yourself.
Very critical,
If you're feeling pain, let yourself feel the pain. If you feel like crying, cry, you understand? But after that, I can tell you that you're going to be in a better place.
Yeah, and we engage on conversations that matter. These are the topics that the world needs to hear, and these are the conversations that people need to actually start focusing on. We've heard a lot about a lot of stuff that really doesn't matter. And so I appreciate people like you who come to this platform and who are not afraid to actually voice out their opinions. Welcome to Joburg Agendas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, when did you realize that you were a lesbian?
At a very young age. I think I was 10 or 11 years old, still growing up in rural areas in the small town in Eastern Cape. Yeah, man, growing up in villages, you don't know who's who. You don't know, you never see gay people, you never see a lesbian, you just grow up, and then as you growing up, then you realize, but okay, actually I'm into girls. But obviously you wouldn't say to anyone, you wouldn't talk about such. But now you're moving forward in primary school, you're still gonna see those girls you like, but you can't say those words, I love you. You don't even know how to approach a girl. It's a real struggle if I tell you, bro, because now you don't know. You don't know. You see someone's girlfriend, and now once you make a move, you don't know, you might be beaten or what. So you better keep it chilled, Yeah. So for me, I never in primary school I never dated. In junior secondary I never dated. I actually started dating while I was in high school, because now I had to move from the villages, and then now in Gisekasi, I can see people who like me. I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy, Especially when I see masculine like women, I was like, oh wow. Now I'm realizing myself, because okay. They at school, in high school now, they playing soccer. I'm like, okay, the interest that I have, because I was into cricket in primary. Also I played baseball and softball. Sorry. So like those kind of sports, I wouldn't be like, I wanna play netball, So for me, it was like a similar situation with, okay, now this is my home. There's nothing wrong about me and my choices,
Yeah.
Then that's where I became myself. Even though it was still hard, because some people, they actually do not get it. Would say there's someone out there who's interested in girls. Kanjani, you understand? So it's a struggle. Sometimes you'll approach someone who have a boyfriend, and now you'll be confronted. Yeah, because now this thing it's weird. You have to explain yourself,
Yeah.
It wasn't really easy, man. But as we grow up, you learn. As a young lesbian, you must learn. Read stories that are relating with how you're supposed to take care of yourself in the environment that you're growing up in.
Yeah.
Because the society can be very dangerous to you. Sometimes we have like extra classes. Maybe you have to walk around 9 or 8 o'clock. You must at least know that you have transport. You understand? Because people, when they see you, you become more like a threat. Now you're dating women. You can also take my woman, you know.
Yeah.
So you must be aware of situation like that. Don't provoke boys. Be polite to them, you know. You approach. You need to be aware of these people. Some of them, they understand the life we are living,
and others don't.
They don't. You understand?
Tell me about your first relationship, the first lady that you dated.
Oh man,
how was the approach?
It was cool, but it was a situation, my guy. It was a situation because the girl was on a different high school. I was also in a different high school, but now she had a boyfriend, but I didn't know. I approached like Jane, not knowing anything.
Yeah.
But as I'm going to check her around later, 6 o'clock, back, see good diamond. This woman have a boyfriend, but she never said anything to me. That's also the problem that we have in our society.
Yeah.
That there are boys, there are girls who are dating both boys and girls. And they wouldn't be honest with you. You know?
Yeah.
Some would be like, yo, let's vibe. But there's a boyfriend that you wouldn't know about. You'll find out when you find out. It was something like that. Because now, as I'm going to check it all the time after school, now I can see, man, sometimes there's a boy she's with this boy. But until now, I could see, but no, now I need to know what is going on so that I can be safe. If then she chooses the boy, then I know that I'm a single woman, I must find another woman.
Yeah.
But now, it wasn't like that. The experience was different. She left the boy, and then she was with me. You understand? It happens.
Yes.
It's something that society needs to know. Some girls, they will date boys, and then they meet a girl, and they fall in love with a girl, and then they leave you as a boy.
Yeah.
That's how life is. People have choices, and we need to respect other people's choices.
For sure.
You understand? So there's something like that. But for me, it was a lesson that in such situation, you need to be aware of. I really wish girls could also do the same thing. Like if you are into both genders, try not to combine them in the same time, date them both. Or if so, you do that, they should be aware with the situation they get themselves
that they're dating the same person at the very same
you
time.
understand? Because now some of the things you wouldn't know that they're raising the gender-based violence, because some people have pride, some people they don't want to share. Here you are, you're sleeping with boys and girls, someone find out and then he kills me because now he feels like you are disrespecting him.
And the relationship
as well. You understand? So it's something that it's happening in the society.
Yeah.
People need to be themselves, that's okay. But don't mix people up, man. Don't mix lesbians and boys at the same time.
Yeah.
Try to be with one gender at the same time, because we cannot tell people how they should live their lives. Yeah. But respect it. Do it like with respect.
Yeah, and you know, there's I mean, a lot of us grew up with a Christian background, and there are a couple of verses in the Bible that somehow I feel like they dispute that kind of approach. You know, especially with gays and lesbians. Like for any gender that you know decides to get intimate with the same gender, whether it's a man or woman. How do you feel about that? And as growing up, did you have challenges maybe from the church, from the parents, based on a religious point of view?
Yeah. This is a very important question that you are asking right now, because you know people are very naive when it comes to understanding how we live and God and the universe. You understand? And also this culture. These things, it's a combination of us as human beings, of which people they will try, especially abantu abasindisiwe, you understand? They try to divide people the way babona ngakhona. You do not have a right to tell anybody to live the way ofuna ngakhona. For example, uyothola ukuthi umuntu usindisiwe and he's hating on you or she's hating on you because of your personal choices that you've made. The very same person is praising the same God that you're also praising. The very same person is made by God the way that you are also made. We have feelings, I also have feelings, beliefs and all of that. And there's one thing that we should know. We have desires, dreams, and we pray, we ask God. We are here because of Him. You understand? Each and every problem that we have, we tell Him. Yeah. Why can't you take what I'm doing and saying to God and you make it reliable to yourself also? Uthi senze into efanayo. Sithandaza uThixo ofanayo. You don't have to ba mina just because of I've chosen to live this way. And now you think you are powerful than me. Yeah. It is very wrong. I really wish you would say people, they can love each other and accept other people the way they are. Yeah. You understand? Try to understand someone who would say, you are gay. That's your personal choice that you've made for yourself. I will be there for you. If you are my sister, I will be there. Because if ever now you are going to treat and call me names and that. Yeah. What about the society? What about the people outside? If when I like it, you are treating me in a certain way. Yeah. You are saying awful words to me. What about the other people? Because you're supposed to protect me as my family member. You understand? As a friend. Yeah. But now if you are not doing that, that means you are telling the society that they can do whatever they want about me. Because when you also you failed to show some love. It begins at home. It begins at home. Yeah. You understand? You cannot understand gay as a Cape Town on Facebook while you can say I love you to your sister who's a lesbian or a brother who's gay. You understand? Yeah. It started home that we need to love each other because you choose to be saved. You choose to commit yourself to the Bible. I choose myself. This is the life, different life that I'm gonna live. I'm gonna be a cycler. My whole life I'm gonna spend it on cycling. I choose my life because no, I'm gonna be gay.
It's your own personal choice.
Yeah, it's your own personal choice. Why should we come with this thing? Would say about judge abantu now they are not able to be themselves because of their society thinks this and they look.
And did you think that you chose to be a lesbian, or it was some kind of a genetically set of how can I put it? So I want to understand that. Do you feel that it was something that you were born with, or is it something that you made a personal choice?
I feel like I was born with me being gay, being lesbian, you understand? Yeah. But we grow up in a crazy society.
Very crazy.
Where I will talk about my personal experience, you understand? How did I survived in a place where a lot of people have less information about gays and lesbians. Yeah. So in this journey, there are people, yes, who understand them. There are some other they don't understand. You understand? So you grow up in a society. You are being yourself, right? You feel like utanda is style so. You don't want to dress this. You dress this. And then they meet you up on the streets. They feel like you are being
you are acting up.
Yeah, they will say like that. And to them, it's like they need to teach you a lesson. So they need to remind you that you are a female. Of which I go into that you are a female. You do know that you are a female.
And you recognize that.
You understand? Yeah. So it's a matter of the society that we are growing up in. You now have to accommodate the culture that they have. In our society, there's a man and a woman.
And these people are regarded as two different people.
And now there's marriages. It's a culture that has been going on. Yeah. So when are you coming with the culture? What is that? So for them, it's like they need to teach you a lesson in a way. Now you have to a little bit of adjust your behavior. You understand? So in rural areas, there is that. You need to adjust your behavior for the society. Even if you don't want to wear those dresses you're not comfortable with, but you're going to wear them to accommodate the society, which is fucked up. It's not right.
Yeah.
Everybody have a right to be themselves. You understand?
Sure.
So there's a lot of lesbian in rural areas who they've got kids. Kids they don't even want. They never wanted those kids. Why? It's because of the society that you are living in.
They had to subscribe to the cultural
Yes, you have to
views.
adjust your behavior.
Yeah.
And now I'm this type of woman. They will see you at your 80s. You don't have kids. They will be having like funny comments and all of that.
Yeah.
But that's a personal choice also if you have a child or you don't have as a lesbian.
Yeah.
Because as a lesbian you can also have kids. Of which some people they think, no, once a lesbian is having kids, no, she has changed.
Yeah.
She's straight now. Why? Because people are lacking information and they are not willing to learn, some of them. About our differences, something simple, our differences as people. You don't have to go deep. Just understand me. You understand? Try to understand yin angayenza for when. Maybe I'm here to add value to your life, not to destroy anything. But we're not thinking gay people are subjected to think or do things like this. Why? Because of you lacking maybe information, you don't understand certain things. Why are you not educating yourself about things so that you can understand? It's even better when you talk about something that you know. Than now you're gonna create violence. Lesbian like this. I'm a lesbian, she's way. I'm a gay and what? They are not. These
For what
like
reason?
This.
You know,
You understand?
And it's an interesting point that you're making right there. I mean, you once told me about when you were doing your internship at some medical clinic, and you know, there's a lady that you spoke about that you know, she was actually she was married. She had a husband, she had kids. But at the very same time, she was still into women, and they made it clear in their relationship that she's into both of them.
Exactly. Of which is the topic that we need to talk about as society. We have choices. You have to do you all the time. Do you?
And the point that I want to make, actually, it's a question that I want to pose to you, is that from you, with your experience, have you ever thought of exploring boys? As you are exploring girls?
Nah, not interested on that shit. Yo, bro, I'm not interested in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanna explore girls, actually. Yeah. I even slept with a white girl. That's not funny. It's not okay at all. Or Indian girl. Yeah. I wanna explore the world and meet different lesbians and see if they think like me and all of that. But I've watched a lot of series from the New York girls and all of that. Like I've been watching things that are gonna help me. Yeah, in my life for my personal experience and all of that. So I'm one person who would say I always wanna explore things inside the LGBTQI+. You understand? I'm not interested about knowing other things in this world. There's a lot of crap in this world. Me and Jay, I'm here. But what I wanna do in the future, I really wish like we could push like something like a Find Me Too campaign for the LGBTI in the rural areas. I see the life they're living. Some of the things they could be avoided if someone could like maybe tell them little.
If they had information.
Yes, some of them they have less information in the rural. You understand? It really breaks my heart sometimes. You see, some of them they've got kids, and when you look at them, you can see this kid have a situation. You understand? She's having. If she could have a minute with you, she could tell you everything what is happening. But now, and you see that they see you that you are lesbian. They look at you, 2 minutes they look at you. I really wish, especially in the Eastern Cape, we can have those programs. They teach themselves about everything that they're going to face in the society, because there's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of people who would say they've got opportunities for you only because you are gay. And then when you get there, I've come across like really bad experiences, about straight people. There's this one time I went to Kempton Park in a party. This friend of mine invited in a party. So I never went alone. I decided to call a friend. When I called this friend, we went to the party. We had our alcohol and youth. We bought our stuff and then we went to the party. But on that party there was a lot of straight guys. First thing I noticed, I was like, oh, there's a lot of straight guys in this party. First thing, I wasn't comfortable the minute I realized that there's a lot of guys in the party, because I do know how guys think when they see lesbians, you understand? So it was cool, but then it happened that we smoked weed there. As we smoked weed, from there I don't know what happened. But I remember telling my friend, I don't know what I smoked, but then this weed is not the weed that I know. Mind you, the person that we visited is a friend. It's my friend.
Yeah.
You understand? But the weed that I smoked, it was not the weed that I'm used to. You understand?
Or do you feel like they put some drugs?
Extra stuff, yeah. I could feel that my legs would say, no man.
Yeah.
And immediately I told her, I would say, bruh, I'm feeling weird in a way, so and so.
Yeah.
So she was like, yo, sharp, I'll look after you. The party went on. I was sleepy. She said, oh no, you can sleep. I'll watch you. And she did that. I slept, bruh, long hours.
Yeah. And
then when I woke up, I was tired. And then I went to her. She was like, yo, bruh, I didn't sleep. I was watching you. And I'm like, yo, bruh, I'm so tired after that joint. Sorry. So I said to her, I hope you didn't smoke anything with this guy. She was like, after you told me what you told me, I was like, okay, no,
I didn't smoke.
I didn't smoke anything. So it was a matter of now we have to look up for each other until the party is over.
Yeah.
So in the morning, then we left. But what I'm trying to raise in here is that as lesbian, there are people who are targeting you to take advantage of you. Let me tell you what happened on that party. One of the boys, the boy who gave me the joint, he then around 3 in the morning, he came to me. I was up that time. He said to me, are you also lesbian? And then I asked myself, why he's asking me this question at this time?
Yeah.
I said, yes, I am. And then he said, oh, okay, so is it your girlfriend or your friend? I said, no, she's my friend. And then she left. He left, the guy. So my question was, maybe this friend of us, she told them, there's lesbian friends that are coming over.
Okay.
You understand? But now you inviting lesbians, you are not inviting straight girls.
And it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
The guys that were looking forward to hook up with the girls at the party, when they meet lesbians who are actually not into men.
Exactly.
The point that you're making is very, very, important for people, especially the perspective that guys or straight guys have on lesbians and gays. It's a very important point that you're making. I feel like a lot of people, as you were saying, they need information. They need to be informed, because I think the behavior around that is because of lack of information and lack of education around the subject matter. But that brings me to the second part of our conversation, which is and I believe that it's an issue that affects both communities, whether you're straight, whether you are in the LGBTQ community, whether you're gay or lesbian, whether you're black or white. It's an issue that affects all of us. And I think it's something that I want to hear from your side, some of your experience around depression and anxiety you know, to find out what is your perspective around that, and if you had some of the encounters, especially, you know, as a lesbian, but also as a human being, you know, going through life.
Yeah, man. Yo, depression is real, bruh. Yo, depression is real. This thing we don't talk about, and we grow up in environments where we don't know. Actually, when I heard the word depression when I started came here in Johannesburg, I never knew about anything. But taking myself back to my experiences, I realized that I had depression a long time ago, but I wasn't aware of what it's called depression or it's depression. You understand?
Yes.
But it's just the emotions that you were going through me and all of the experiences that I had as a child. As a child, you understand? They all, for me, they started with the childhood traumas. You understand? If there's one thing that I can tell you, anything that happened in the past, it doesn't reflect at the same time. It can stay in your system while you think you're okay for 20 years, and then after 20 years, here you are. The experiences that happened long time ago, they're popping up. You are feeling like you cannot cope. You are on medication and all of that because of some of the things we don't deal with as black people, as human beings, as a whole. We tend to put things aside. I didn't know how to block a pain, you know, until I had to do it. You understand? The experiences and the pain that you went through when you just tell yourself that I'm gonna put it aside, I'm not gonna think about it. You're actually killing yourself, but you don't know. You are thinking what you are trying to move forward with your life, be yourself, and you can never be yourself until you deal with your past or childhood traumas and all of that, because they cause anxiety and depression in the long run. You understand? They reflect lapho ungacabanganga khona, and then you realize that now you have some certain behaviors which they were no longer there. They were not there, but now you behave in a certain way. And most of the time, it's hard to talk about my experiences, especially if it has to do with violence, sexual harassment, and sexual violation. You know, such things, it's not easy to talk about. Whether you are a male or female, it's not easy to talk about such things. It takes time, and you need to be ready for yourself in order to move forward.
Yeah.
You need to confront those fears. But one thing I can tell you is that for me personally, I feel like the universe sends someone to send someone who's gonna help you to deal with your problems. Not everything just happened.
Did you have someone that maybe played a role in that space?
For me, I've been following Yanda.
Who's Yanda?
Yanda is a psychologist.
Yeah.
Yanda is one person that I've been following. I've been reading. I've been following everything. Because she talks about, Yanda is in partner with Oprah. Yeah. So if you follow their programs, you are going to be in a better place, because they talk
Oprah
about
Winfrey. Yeah.
They talk about the issues that affect you, and they're not talking about theory. They bring people who went through such stuff, and then you realize you are not alone, and you are not alone, Jay. You need to deal with this. So depression, if you are not a praying person, and that's why you are going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing, if you don't pray for yourself, bruh, some people will tell you weed, it escape the anxiety and all of that, but what happens when you don't have weed and then you are stuck up with your emotions? You are going crazy. So for myself personally, I teached myself to pray for myself. I had to stop saying, as I said, that I grew up in the rural areas where I was doing all this hard job, and all of that. Those kind of jobs, they make you believe that you're strong. But at some point, you need to be vulnerable for yourself.
Very critical,
If you're feeling pain, let yourself feel the pain. If you feel like crying, cry, you understand? But after that, I can tell you that you're going to be in a better place.
Yeah.
But you need to track your anxiety and depression. Where does it comes from? What are the things that are making you cope with your anxiety?
Yeah, no, that's yeah. I mean, and with you, did you manage to then trace it to the point where you realize that this is really the causation?
Yes. And yeah, bruh, you need to track down your anxiety because anxiety is triggered by a lot of different things. Yeah. So it can be finance. Yeah, when you are financially stressed, yeah, anxiety will kill you actually because now you end up now having something like a blockage of your brain.
Yeah.
Lapho khona when angithi you can't see me. Ngathi lokhu kublo uvela smile nje. Because ingqondo yomuntu ivele iyablock at some point and then now you are no longer functioning. That's the danger about the depression thing. Because now you reach these points where maybe you don't talk to people, you just become something like a zombie. Then on that stage, it is really dangerous.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it was coming from the childhood traumas, man. The experiences that I never dealt with, you understand?
Yeah.
So it was a matter of what's now they coming, like I'm old now. I'm trying to be myself, but there's things that I've never dealt with, which are blocking my way.
Yeah.
Now I had to clean the beam, you understand? So that I can breathe. I had to let go and believe what's now. These 1, 2, 3, I don't want to talk about it. As a result, when you go back to the old wounds and dig deep, and then you are able to close them down now, putting you aside.
Because you have confronted them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important. Deal with your problems, as hard as it is, but confront your fears so that you can be in a better place. Because the minute you having you will forever feeling heavy, emotional, feeling like you are not loved, feeling like you are alone and all of that. But the minute you clean yourself, you can be able to breathe and see other things, and also isn't all interested kuzo. Try to explore uphume kule comfort zone and go out there and face your fears. You understand? It is very important. Focus on yourself. You need to focus on yourself. Family and all of that, leave those people alone because they are the people who are going to send you to death. In depression, it needs you to deal with your emotions and understand yourself. It's okay. Even when it comes to relationships, what type of love that I want? What is it that I'm into? Don't just be in a relationship just
for the sake
of being in a relationship, because relationship on its own, it can also cause you so much anxiety.
With what you're saying, would you say that some of the things when you're trying to track the cause of it, the cause of the depression and the anxiety that you're feeling now that you're old and you're trying to navigate life, would you say some of the causes were based on your family experience and the treatment and the experiences that you had when you were young, or is it perhaps maybe from the society in general? And I'm assuming the society now, because of how the society actually is structured to respond to people that are like you, people that are lesbians, that are gays, that belong to this LGBTQI community.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. It is a society also, because when you're dealing with rape cases, you understand. It's a difficult situation to talk about with the family.
Yeah. Wait, you talk about rape situations. What do you mean?
I'm talking about the rape that I experienced as a child.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it comes from what's now, okay, this is what happened to me as a lesbian kid.
Yeah.
And I'm unable to talk about this. Yeah. And now it becomes something that is eating me
inside,
because now it became a situation. I would say, you see, sometimes on my struggle as an adult, I feel like sometimes God has answered my prayers long time ago, Why? Because of these situations, these rapes. I never thought I was gonna overcome this thing and become the person that I am today. I never thought I was gonna be able to stand in front of people
and be yourself.
Be myself and be loud, you understand? So they steal your self-esteem in a way. That whether you were a bubbly kid, but you are no longer gonna be bubbly anymore. It affects you as you growing up. And now you will find out that maybe you are trying now to move from the box that you are in, because no one knows about this. Maybe you will try to find maybe a family member who will say, okay, let me try to open up about this, and then you will shattered. You understand?
Would you say that is the kind of experience that you had? Did you once try to open up about the rape and?
Yes. When you were shattered, it's a matter of what now you have to come back as what's it? Oh, maybe now they feel like what happened to me, it was the right thing to happen. So what I'm saying, man, I feel like people they can be more kind and understanding,
especially the family,
less judgmental. You understand? Because now if you are going to judge me as your sister, and then you are going to treat me the way you treated me, I can never forgive you for that. It's more like now you are building hate on me, and I'm not supposed to hate on anybody. I'm supposed to be a lovely human being who loves other people, but I pray for myself, Nina. I've always prayed for myself. No matter how people treat me, how people have violated me, but I must always give love to the people. The experience that I had to go through for myself, I need to put it out there. I need to be generous to other people, to other kids. Like when you see someone, be kind, no one ungamazi umuntu. Try to be lovely to people. You see, when Ricky says, do you know how hard it is to go around giving kids hugs and kisses? It's hard because people, they can't even do that to their own families, man. It's bad. And people with depression, those people they live in.
Yo, man. Speaking about that, I don't remember when last did I hug my family member.
Exactly, bro. So, man, you know, like since I've been working with teenagers, it's a serious problem that these kids are facing. They are facing issues which they don't know who to talk to, how to open up on these things. So when you see situations like that and they come to me and open up on me with the problem that I'm talking about boys mostly, and then that's why you could see the society have a lot of work that they need to do, but they are not doing it. I wish and pray, as society we can open our eyes and not realize the anxiety and depression at a later stage, because it starts on a teenage stage. You know, it's something that these kids grow up with, but us, we just assume that kids are okay. Kids, they don't have problems because they are kids. I wish the society really could open their eyes and
stop brushing it.
Loving each other, it's the only way.
No, it was nice chatting with you, Azzy. Like always, you know, off camera, on camera, it's still the same. You know, we speak about conversations that matter, and we engage on conversations that matter. You know, these are the topics that the world needs to hear, and these are the conversations that people need to actually start focusing on. You know, we've heard a lot about a lot of stuff that really doesn't matter, and so I appreciate people like you who come to this platform and who are not afraid to actually voice out their opinions. You know, the thing that you spoke about today about the rape issue is actually the first for me. You and I never really spoke about it, and I feel like it was so very strong of you and courageous of you, you know, to stand up and speak about certain stuff. It's not easy, I know, but this was a great conversation. It was nice having you. Welcome to Joburg Agendas once again.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, Z.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, cool.
Yo, I'm looking forward to see this one, eh?